Welcome back to Indiana Diecast Racing and the continuing action of the Final Fantasy Fracas. Today we've got groups 33, 34, and 35 of round 2. The first of today's 12 drivers is Dusky, hailing from Flips Racing in his zoom-in that he drove to a group victory way back in Group 11 of round 1. Already back on track for IDR, it's Cyrano Buckminster. In IDR-themed Skull Crusher, he piloted to a big group victory last round. And we've got an intra-team matchup with Tane in his 31 Doozy Frankenstein that was won in auction from Rust Belt several years ago. And in the second to last entry from Junkyard Joust and on leave from the Enterprise, it's Geordie LaForge. In round 1, Geordie drove his sidekick to a second place finish, winning both laps he completed. A quick side note to Geordie's sidekick: to get his vehicle to fit the new track, the roof wiener, words I never thought I'd have to say, had to be removed. Dusky leads him down the back straight, Group 33 really spreading out quickly. Cyrano unable to catch Dusky, and they'll finish 1 and 2. Here comes Tane for a distant third, and ooh, Geordie has rolled over the wall just prior to the safety barrier. Taking a closer look because it's just fun to watch those type of wrecks, Geordie finds his wiener in a donut after 1. Tane assumes the pole, and if anyone's offended, believe me, I can be much, much worse. You can see the tungsten putty used on and in Geordie's vehicle. I don't think he'd find that material on the Enterprise technical manual. And it's not doing him any favors as Dusky and Cyrano warp ahead for the second time. Cyrano a little closer this time, and Dusky flies off the final straight. Cyrano steals first, Tane is second. Oh no! Geordie has ground looped in the same spot he wiped out last time. That second DNF is going to be really tough to recover from. Dusky appears to have gotten a little loose just like Geordie and drove himself over the wall. The home team jumps out to the lead with the top 2 spots at the halfway point. LaForge assumes the pole, Tane on the outside. Geordie gets out front, and he's got a chance to hold it. Out of turn 2 with the lead, and we've got the closest lap of the day so far. Cyrano challenges, and Geordie's on the side, and now completes the rollover. Ooh, Tane smashes into Geordie and flies off the track, and it looks like Dusky is stuck. Cyrano Buckminster is going to roll to a group clinching lap victory. What an unfortunate lap for Geordie, as a lap victory might have kept him in the fight. Cyrano puts his nose under Geordie's bumper, then turns him into the wall, and turn 5 finishes the job. Tane smacks Geordie head on, then gets spun off the track by Dusky. Buckminster mathematically wins the group. The final lap will come down to Dusky and Tane. The battle for second is on the back row, and already Dusky is well ahead of Tane. The group gets massively spread out. Cyrano and Dusky lead the pack. Cyrano spins, but a timely tap from Dusky gets him moving again. Lap 4 is Cyrano, Dusky, Tane, and Geordie has pulled up alongside the Millennium Falcon. And we've got a tie for second and the first duck off since Group 6 of this round. With a lap victory, Dusky will start on the inside lane, and this will be a race to the first back-to-back wins. Tane is slow out of the gate, and Dusky takes off. Way out front, Dusky takes the first lap and the initiative. They reset, and Dusky can nearly taste round 3. Tane attempts to give chase, but he doesn't have the power, and Dusky will warp into the next round, completing a marginal but glorious comeback. Cyrano and Dusky advance. On to Group 34, and the winner of Group 82 from the A team, it's Hutch in a crescendo. The A team has yet to advance to round 3. The home team is hitting the track hard today. IDR's third driver of the day is Master Splinter in his party wagon. The Mutant Rat obliviated his group in round 1, taking 3 of 4 lap victories. The Brianimal placed second behind Numbskull in round 1 in a DNF-racked group. She's in a fast fish, representing Grumpy Cloud Racing. And from Filipiak Performance Diecast, it's Deuce in his Street Shaker. In round 1, Deuce scraped by after winning 2 laps and DNFing the other 2. Second group of the day with Hutch and Splinter up front, Brianimal and Deuce in the back. Splinter gets a good jump. Now Deuce gives him a push into 2. Whoa, Splinter spins and Deuce rides the wall. Hutch and Deuce close now. Splinter is wrecked and gets tossed off the track like a rag doll. Deuce takes lap 1 and Hutch throws a sliding block to hang on for second. Splinter goes low to high in turn 5 and fails to remain upright. Then Deuce makes sure Splinter can't recover. FPD wins from P4 to open Group 34. Brianimal and her Creamsicle assume the pole for lap 2. This time Brianimal gets a push from Deuce and takes the lead from the inside starting lane. Deuce with the bump, and he makes the pass on the outside. Deuce wrecks and Brianimal gets caught up. Now Hutch is stuck. Here comes Splinter well behind. He's got a chance at a big win, but he smacks into the back of Hutch, who gets dislodged. Hutch is now gingerly rolling through the final turn, and he's gonna coast to a solo finish. After Deuce made that great pass in Echo Base, it was his lap to lose, and lose it he did when he got loose on Logo Row, rolling in turn 5 and really jacking up the lap for the entire field. I was really hoping Master Splinter would do a worst to first kind of thing, but he helps out the team from the Great White North, shoving Hutch back into clean air. The sacrifice of the rat launches Hutch out to a 3-point lead, while probably sealing Splinter's fate with the second DNF. Deuce will look to take control of this race. He'll start up front for the remaining laps. He and Master Splinter quickly pull ahead of the other lane, and it looks like lap 1 again. Lap 3 is Deuce, Master Splinter, the Brianimal, and Hutch. Ludicrous speed, go! Wow, with his second lap victory, Deuce eliminates Hutch's 3-point lead. They both take a strong 4-point lead over Bree, heading into the final lap. Brianimal will have to make something happen from the back outside, and she'll have to pass Deuce to get in front. A bit of a closer start, but again, Deuce shoots out front, and Brianimal is mired in the back. Either Deuce or Hutch will have... Wait! We've lost Deuce! The door marginally opened for Brianimal to tie, but she's still got to win the lap, which is taken by the already eliminated Master Splinter. We actually had to hunt for Deuce to find him, and I think he came off track just inside Echo Base. He apparently wanted to make it inside before the temperatures dropped and they'd be forced to close the blast doors. Hutch and Deuce just edge out Master Splinter to advance to round 3. Group 35, and I'm getting excited as there's only 4 more videos left in round 2. From tournament favorite team Vapor Racing, Sneaky Bob himself will be driving his purple Count Muscula. He won his group in round 1 with a pair of wins. From Miniature Car Racing, Bolo Brown is back on track in his Too Tough. In the first round, Brown was the only driver to complete a lap in his entire group. From Arlo Racing and Wildcard Showdown fame, it's Tyler in his Governor. After failing to advance despite putting up double digits in round 1, Tyler waded through the wildcard second bracket competition, including teammate Bobby Gray, to earn a second chance. And lastly, another driver from Canada and the A-Team's last chance to put another driver through to round 3, it's Crazy Canuck. Canuck is driving the only pony up in the tournament and tied FPD's Deuce in round 1. Sneaky Bob, Bolo Brown, Tyler, and Crazy Canuck. Kinda seems like Tyler missed the memo on the multi-part naming convention. Bob and Tyler slide out front despite starting on the inside lane. They're fast through 2 and the group is split. Sneaky Bob and Tyler run a fast, clean lap for the top 2 spots. There's Crazy Canuck. And he's running backwards, and he backs right into the wreck of Bolo Brown on the north side of the Savage Square. Unfortunately, Brown and Canuck were so far behind the leaders we didn't catch Brown's rollover, though I imagine it happened unassisted in turns 5 or 6. The 2 faster cars share the front row. This ought to be a good one. Tyler gets marginally out front and holds it into 2, and he maintains the lead into Hawk. He gets a little loose, but it doesn't slow Tyler down. He takes lap 2 ahead of Sneaky Bob and Crazy Canuck. And wrecked in the same spot, it's Bolo Brown. Tyler was moving so fast his back end tried to come around, but with some expert driving, he managed it. Tyler ties things up with Sneaky Bob, the pair 5 points ahead of Crazy Canuck. Crazy Canuck assumes the pole, and this may be his last chance at challenging the leaders. He gets a solid start, but Tyler and Sneaky Bob are just too stinking fast. It looks like a repeat of lap 2. Uh-oh! Canuck nearly spins out on the final straight. It looks like he'll limp to the line unchallenged for 3rd. And believe it or not, Bolo Brown is sitting on his roof in the exact same spot for what is essentially a DNF turkey. Well, this one got ugly fast as Bob and Tyler clinched the top 2 spots. We'll run the 4th lap for points as they will determine groups and starting order for round 3. Bolo Brown gets a good push from Sneaky Bob, and Brown leads for the first time today. Canuck slides, and Bob sneaks around Bolo to get in front. Sneaky Bob wrecks. Somehow, everyone gets by, and Bolo Brown slides across the line to win the final lap. Crazy Canuck is barely second, the points leaders tanking this lap. We'll see Sneaky Bob and Tyler again next round. Here's the updated standings, and for the most part, the rich get richer as Arlo ties Numbskull for the most drivers in round 3, but the A-Team puts their first through with Hutch. Congratulations to Cyrano Buckminster, Tyler, Sneaky Bob, Hutch, Deuce, and Dusky. This has been Jim D for Indiana Diecast Racing. Be sure to check in next time for more slightly above mediocre diecast racing and the continuing round 2 action of the Final Fantasy Fracas.